Let's take this small example to understand how dependent branch accounts are prepared. We have X Limited opened a branch at Chennai on 1st January 2009. From the following particulars, prepare Chennai branch account for the years 2009 and 10. Goods sent to branch, both years information available. Then cash sent to branch for rent, for salaries, for other expenses. Then we have cash received from branch, stock on 31st December both the years, petty cash position on 31st December. Okay. So with this we have to prepare branch account. So first we'll prepare branch account for the year 2009. Okay. So I'll write here Chennai branch account. It is Chennai branch account, and we are going to basically prepare it for the year 2009. Then we'll take it for the year 2010. Okay, so let me draw a line, debit and credit. Okay, what about the opening balance in 2009? Do they have any opening assets or liabilities? Answer is no, because the branch itself is opened only on 1st January 2009. Okay, so we can simply say to balance brought down is going to be nil. Fine. So this is for 2009. Now, any goods sent to branch in 2009? Yes, goods sent to Chennai branch in 2009 is 15,000. So here we'll write Chennai branch account debit to goods sent to branch, to goods sent to branch. And what was the amount? It was 15,000. Fine. Go back to the question. Cash sent to branch for rent, salaries and other expenses are 1,800, 3,000 and 1,200. Let's capture that. The entry is going to be to cash or to bank, we can say to cash. Basically for three items, one is rent and that is around 1,800. Then salary, that is 3,000. Then comes other expenses and that is 1,200. So all three put together it works out to 6,000. Fine. Now let's go back again. So we have covered item number these, and next you have cash received from the branch. So when cash is received from the branch, entry is going to be cash account debit to branch, right? So it means we have to say by cash. By cash, and what is the cash that is received? It is 24,000. It is 24,000. Fine. So that is also taken care. Then we have stock on 31st December 2300, petty cash on 31st December 40. So that's the closing position, and we have to write here by balance carried on. One is stock, that is 2300. The other one is petty cash. Other one is petty cash and it is only 40. So both put together it is 2340. 2340. So now it's time to find out what is the profit or loss of this branch for the period 2009. So let's look at the side where we have highest total. Is it debit or credit? If you look at the total of credit, it is more than 24,000, whereas on the debit 15 plus 6 it is only 21,000. So if I total this, it's going to be 26,340. It is 26,340. So let me write it on both sides, 26,340. It means on the debit side there is a gap, okay, and that gap is nothing but the profit. So 26,340 minus 6,000 minus 15,000 will give us a balancing figure, which is nothing but 5,340, and this is nothing but the profit. Okay, so this will get transferred to general P&L. So to general P&L account, and that is nothing but the profit. So this is the profit of Chennai branch for the year 2009. We should also prepare similar branch account for the year 2010. Let's do that. It's Chennai branch account, and now that is for the year 2010. So for 2010, we should capture the opening assets if any, and by now we know in 2009 end, that is on 31st December, there are certain closing balances like stock and petty cash. Okay, so these will be available in the beginning of 2010. So let's capture these two items, basically the stock and petty cash, as opening balances. Okay, so we'll say on 1st Jan 2010, we have two balance brought down. One is regard to stock, the other one is with regard to petty cash. What is the value of stock? The value of stock is 2300, petty cash is 40. Okay, so it is 2300 and petty cash is 40. Fine. Any other items related to 2010? Yes, we have to goods sent to Chennai branch, it is 45,000. So here we'll write two goods sent to branch, and that is 45,000. Next item, we have cash sent to branch for rent, salaries and other expenses. Okay, so we'll write two cash, one is for rent, one is for salary, and one is for other expenses. And what are the values? The values are 1800, 5000 and 1600. So it is 1800, 5000 and 1600. So if we total all the three, we'll get 8400. Right, let's go back to the question. Any other item? Cash received from the branch is 60,000. So we'll say buy cash. Buy cash received from the branch is 60,000. Next, we have stock position on 31st December and petty cash position are 5830. So we'll write buy balance carried down. One is stock, which is 5800. The other one is petty cash, and it is 30. So it is 5830. It is 5830. Fine. So now we'll look at the higher side. Higher side is basically the credit, debit and credit. On credit side, the total is 65,830, and on debit side it's not going to be that big. So we'll write the total on both sides. It is 65,830. On debit side, you have a difference, that is 65,830 minus item number 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are going to get a balancing figure that works out to 10,090. It works out to 10,090, and this is nothing but the profit, and this profit got to be transferred to general P&L. So we'll say to general P&L account, to general profit and loss account, it is going to be 10,090. So in this way, we have prepared branch accounts for both the years for Chennai branch, that is 2009 and